What's going on, guys? Austin here, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at 5-Minute Fantasies Week 15 Booming and Busting Quarterbacks. My start of the week, I'm going to say this week will be Phillip Rivers. He's going up against a Minnesota defense that is not very strong in the secondary, pretty good against the run. Phillip Rivers kind of had a resurgent game last week against the Jaguars, and I think this is a little bit more of a favorable matchup for him against Minnesota. I think he'll be forced to throw a lot. He may throw a turnover, a pick or two, but I can picture this being like a 300 yard, 4-touchdown, 3-touchdown game for him. I'm also going to say start Ryan Fitzpatrick against the Giants. This is a more favorable matchup for him. It's not a divisional game like last week was, but again, he's facing a really weak defense with a potential middle to high scoring game going on. I'm also going to say start Kyler Murray going up against Cleveland. Cleveland, since Myles Garrett went out, has not been the same defense. That coupled with the fact that they have the possibility to score a couple points. Cleveland does against them. I'm going to say start Kyler Murray, and in that same token, I'm going to say start Baker Mayfield against Arizona. They're both pretty weak defenses with the other team having a significant possibility of scoring some points. I'm also going to say start Gardner Minshew against the Oakland Raiders. The last 5 consecutive weeks, the Jacksonville Jaguars have lost all of their games by 17 points or more. That being said, I think that leads to the need to pass more. And against a really weak Oakland defense, especially in Oakland secondary, I think that Gardner's going to be able to churn out several, quality throws, quality yards out of this one. And then my last start, I'm going to say, is going to be Ryan Tannehill. All of a sudden, the Titans find themselves, tied for first place, in the AFC South with Houston. And this is going to be a serious game for them because if they can win this game, then obviously, they take a leg up on that. I expect Ryan to basically be going toe-to-toe with Deshaun Watson. I think that Houston's going to win the game. Deshaun's going to have a slightly better game, but I think that, Ryan Tannehill's not going to be going down easy. So, if you don't have any great options, you can pick him up and start him. The wide quarterbacks I'm going to say to sit this week, Josh Allen going up against Pittsburgh. He's basically diet Lamar Jackson. And the last time, Pittsburgh played against Lamar Jackson, I believe Lamar had like 10 fantasy points. And Pittsburgh's defense has just gotten better. And also, this is a more ramped-up game for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, I think Buffalo wins this game. I think it's going to be low-scoring, maybe 20-17, 17-14, something like that. But I don't think that Josh Allen has a great day at all. I'm going to say sit Carson Wentz. Somehow, Washington, over the last several weeks, has had somewhat of a real defense. They destroyed the Carolina Panthers a couple weeks ago. They really slowed down Aaron Rodgers last week. And then, against this Philadelphia Eagles team who needed overtime to score 20 points, or 24 points, whatever it was, on the New York Giants, I don't think that, it's going to be quite the game that Philadelphia is looking for. Again, I think Philadelphia is going to win, but I still think Carson Wentz is going to have a poor performance. I'm going to say sit Jimmy Garoppolo going up against Atlanta, not because I don't think that he can beat Atlanta. Obviously, we've seen what he can do, especially like this last week against San Francisco. But I just don't think he'll need to. I think this is going to be a run the football kind of game. Atlanta has a slightly better pass rush, at least when they're ahead than New Orleans does. And so, I think with the different opportunities that Atlanta might have in this game, I wouldn't want to start Jimmy Garoppolo. I'm also going to say you're going to want to sit Aaron Rodgers going up against the Chicago defense who, all of a sudden after the last several weeks, I believe they've won their last 3 consecutive games, maybe like 4 out of their last 5 or, something like that. They're really starting to believe in their team. They're really starting to, slow down and hamper opposing offenses. So, look for Aaron Rodgers to be uncomfortable. This is one of those games where, again, I think Green Bay is going to win, but I don't think it's going to be because Aaron Rodgers has to be magical because, he'll probably be limited. This is going to be a running the football up the middle a lot. It's pretty much the same way Oakland beat Chicago earlier in the year. I think it's going to look a lot like that. And then I'm going to say sit Lamar Jackson. He's got a hampered quad. They've won 9 straight. Lamar hasn't topped 150 passing yards in his last 2 outings, and I don't think that's going to get much better. I understand that the Jets have a pretty weak secondary, but I trust the defensive game plans that they've had the last couple weeks. I think that at a certain point, you just kind of have to slow down. 9 consecutive wins is a lot. Against San Francisco and against Buffalo, he really started to slow down, and I think this is the game. I actually have the Jets winning this game against Baltimore, and I think that Lamar Jackson is going to have a slow day against New York this week.